Yaoi.
We
Okay,
love Yaoi. We love
we love
Yaoi.
Yaoi. We love Yaoi. We're back again. I'm
We're
back in
back
the
again with
building
the Yaoi.
again. Okay.
We're
Where
here
we
to
left off.
we're here to kiss men and kiss women, but only like I'm only kissing men and she's only kissing women.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't get it twisted. So I think we literally just started the investigation, I think.
Yeah, I think who did we establish? I know that we switched one of your characters over to me.
You Oh fuck. You got I think you got Toko.
Yeah, I got Toko. Yeah. Yeah, it was Toko.
Yeah.
There are hammers of all different sizes hanging on the wall, although some are more like mallets. Mallets? Could the Justice Hammers have been designed using these as a model? Either way, all the hammers here have obviously seen a lot of use. They're all covered in debris and chalky stone powder. Wait. For some reason, this one hammer isn't dirty at all, and it's wet. Did someone wash it recently? Nice! Battle's hammer has been added to the truth bullet so you don't for Taka, he'll never move again. Yeah, that's how dying works.
Yeah.
According to the Monokuma file, Taka died from a blow to the head. Yeah, looks it. We found Justice Hammer 4 near his body in the equipment room. Is that what was used to kill him? And there's a tarp laid out under his body. Did the killer use this to move Taka's body? That way, there wouldn't be any blood left behind while the body was moved. Nice.
Nice.
It's a dolly. Doesn't have a hand. I saw this in the art room before. I guess it's used to move statues around. It might also be used to move large men around. It's kind of awkward, but if you bend down, it's not too hard to use. Huh? But wait. Wasn't this in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? Look at the wheel. There's a blood stain on it.
Hey.
So there's blood on the wheel of the dolly that was moved from the equipment room to the repository. Just where Taka's body happens to be. What's the explanation for that? The respiratory dolly has been added to the truth bullet section of your head. Oh, sorry.
Blah 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 blah.
Hifumi's big, cold body is lying on the floor. His really big body. Damn, okay. I mean, how on earth was the killer able to move someone so big? Maybe it was that thing with wheels over there. From the nurse's office is where he was discovered to hear the repository. All the way from the first floor to the third, and all without anyone noticing it. How the hell? It's no good. I just don't get it. I can think about it later. For now, I have to finish investigating Hifumi himself. If I remember correctly, Hifumi's fatal injury was also a blow to the head. Probably from Justice Hammer 3, which was laying on the floor in the nurse's office. Huh? Wait. Something's off about his body. Why am I getting this feeling? Something's different. Something about Hifumi's body in the nurse's office versus his body right now. That's it! His glasses! His body was in the nurse's office. His glasses were covered in blood. Now, Oh no! They're completely clean. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses off? But who would do that? And why?
Let's see.
Let's start the sucker right here.
There are many aspects to this incident this time. Too many, to be honest. Considering that, it may be good to look back on everything that's happened.
So then...
Would you like my help? Of course, Mommy.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
look back on things.
This morning, only 4 of us met up at the dining hall. Hina, Kyoko, you, and myself. We waited for the others, but nobody showed up, so we decided to go look for them. It was around 8 o'clock when we began our search. As soon after we split up, Kyoko disappeared. After that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room on the 3rd floor, then quickly came and got you and me. According to Celeste, she was attacked by a suspicious individual and lay unconscious for about an hour. In other words, oh, that's you.
In other words, she was attacked an hour before we found her.
Before we keep going, I gotta go get my pizza out of the oven.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
We're out. Meaning just after 7 o'clock.
Oh my, today I'm sick. Anyways.
Yeah, fair.
I've had a throat thing for like this past week. I think my mom gave me her cold, and I'm like, ugh.
Ew.
Ew. It's like getting better now, so it's whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm tired. Based on
We're-
the picture. What?
We're yawning ourselves out of existence here.
Yeah. Based on the picture Celeste took, we discovered her attacker was dressed in a strange costume. It was a Gundam. It was a Robo Gundam. I do have honey. I've been eating cough drops, to be honest. And honey.
My only sustenance has been cough drops. Cough drops and cigarettes.
My only salvation is cough drops and cigarettes. It also became clear that this Robo-Justice had dragged Hifumi away. After meeting up with Toko and Byakuya, we began searching for the costume assailant. We found injured Hifumi in the library on the 2nd floor. We took him down to the nurse's office on the 1st floor, then resumed our search. But not long after leaving the nurse's office... What's wrong? I saw a shadow! Something moving around at the top of the stairs! Based on Celeste's claims, we went back up to the second floor where we split up and began searching. Then, right after that, Celeste screamed. This time, she had apparently seen the suspect on the third floor. Hearing her screams, we quickly made our way to the third floor. Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared. And then...
Huh?
What was that? And that came from downstairs. It must have been... Hifumi! He's in the nurse's office.
Isn't that? Come on, we have to go back. At that point, we decided to split into two groups. Celestina and I went back to the nurse's office. Meanwhile, you, Byakuya, and Toko pursued the suspect up on the third floor. And when we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi's corpse. Which is also when we heard the body discovery announcement play. I left Celeste and Hina alone and headed back to the third floor to tell the others what had happened.
However...
But at the same time, we had discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. Which means Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered right around the same time. Because I remember hearing the body discovery announcement play right after finding Taka.
And that's when I showed up and told you and Byakuya that Hifumi had been killed, right? You, me, and Byakuya all headed back to the nurse's office, leaving behind Toko, who had fainted. But as soon as we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who just arrived to tell us something very unusual.
Hifumi's body has disappeared!
We hurried back to the nurse's office to discover that his corpse was, in fact, gone.
Then we remembered we had abandoned the unconscious Toko and rushed back to the equipment room. This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something?
This time, Taka's body had disappeared.
This is like the two D&D characters that are actually paying attention to the plot, and they're like figuring out what they should do.
Uh-huh.
So from there, we began our search for both of the missing bodies. And after some time...
Celeste told us she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository.
And there we discovered the two bodies that had apparently vanished.
Can we get like a layout of like these 3 floors here? Like, so we can see exactly where each one of them lines up, like, vertically from each other? So we can just, like, see if there's possibly any hidden, like, tunnels or anything going between the floors.
I don't think so.
Really? Damn, this guy just fucking works.
And that brings us up to now.
However...
Looking back, things have certainly been very active. If you want to look back in the case, just let me know. I'm fine anytime.
So,
Hey, Makoto? I've been thinking about something. It's about the repository.
What is it?
Fumi and Taka's bodies disappeared, we split up to look around, right? I was really scared, so me and Sakura stuck together.
But
And we came right to the repository to, look around. But when we got there, the repository was locked. We couldn't get inside.
It was locked?
We came here as soon as the search started, so there's no way someone could have beat us here. So if that's true, then who locked it? And why did it unlock now?
I wonder the same thing. The door was locked when the search for the bodies began, but now it's wide open. There might be some secret lurking in here. We'll probably have to leave this area to figure it out. God damn it.
Yeah, let's talk to Byakuya and then we can get out of here, because I think we...
Sorry.
I think we looked at everything in here.
Okay.
Byakuya, do you think Hiro really did it?
I don't see how anyone could think otherwise. When the attacks and murders and disappearances all happened, every one of us had an alibi. The last thing Hifumi said when he died.
Yeah, he said Hiro's name.
So, in other words,
And there is no room to suspect anyone else.
Okay, but if he did do it, why would he hide his identity with that weird costume?
Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Because he's the fool of the century, you see.
I mean, he is kinda dumb. But do you really think that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hiding in there somewhere.
what?
Is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case?
Well, no. There are a few other things. I'm not gonna tell you. Damn it! Like, why did the killer try to hide the bodies? I was trying to help you, Makoto.
It probably figured that if we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation.
But if that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we?
Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron.
Is it really all there is to it? The other thing that bothers me is, isn't it weird that the only four lesbians here are in this room right now?
What do you mean by that?
What do you
There's-
mean?
Aoi and Sakura, and then me and you. That's only 2 lesbians.
Oh, man. There's a lot you're gonna learn, buddy.
You're gonna find out a lot about yourself
You're gonna learn a lot about yourself, man.
in this investigation.
Why'd they bother killing 2 people?
What?
What?
Because all the rule says is, you can kill someone and get away with it, you graduate, right? No. You're the killer. Your #1 priority is not getting caught. But killing 2 people means more clues, more chances you'll get figured out.
I see.
Hold on. Perhaps. I see. So that's what that means.
Is everything okay?
That's enough.
Don't talk to me as if we're friends.
Huh? What's with the attitude?
But you have my appreciation.
Goodbye.
Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all.
His mysterious words hung in the air as he left the repository. He talked as if he'd figured something out. But if he did, would it have killed him to tell me what it was?
No.
Yeah, I don't know, it might have.
There's only one way in and out of this room. through the door that Hina said was locked before. There's definitely a lock on the door, but it can only be locked from the outside of the repository. Inside of the repository. I don't see any way to lock it from in the art room. Door can only be locked from inside the repository, which makes me wonder. Hina and Sakura confirmed that the door was locked after we started looking for the missing bodies. The door is designed so that it can only be locked from inside the repository. In other words, when Hina checked it, someone had already gone in the repository and locked the door. When they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. But Hina claims there was no way someone could have beaten them to the repository. So that certain someone... There's gotta be a clue around here somewhere. Maybe I should check somewhere else. There are some places I already know about. First, the nurse's office, where Fumi was found. Then, the equipment room, where Taka was found.
Where's the repository? So we're on the 3rd floor right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Taka found in here originally.
Yeah, in the closet
The
in the
equipment
back, I
room.
believe. Yeah. Then here's the time machine, or whatever the hell it actually is.
Yeah, the time machine that only goes back 1 minute.
That's a good bet.
I was sleeping right here when the killer carried the body away.
What?
I'm super pissed I missed such an ultimately rare event.
Oh.
This
Aw.
tart feels like I've seen it somewhere before, and just recently too. Some kind of mark going through the pool of blood in the middle of the room. That reminds me about the dolly in the repository. There's blood in its tire. Could that blood have come from... Huh? Here? Which means that Taka's body was moved from the equipment room to the repository using the dolly. Both rooms are on the 3rd floor, so that should definitely have been possible.
But
even if the dolly was used to move Taka's body, what about Hifumi?
What about it, Fumi?
Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office on the 1st floor. Even with the dolly, there's no way to get it up to the 3rd floor. Unless you're buff as fuck.
Yeah.
That's still a total mystery. Justice Hammer 4, the weapon that was used to kill Taka. The body was moved, but the murder weapon was just left here.
could we, like, dust for fingerprints, or, like... What if he wasn't wearing gloves? Like...
That's double checking. No.
Oh, there's a camera in the... Oh, a camera! Camera in the corner.
That's how Monokuma monitors you.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I forgot that Monica was watching us at all times.
Yeah.
Oh, it's such a nice existence for getting about Monica for a little bit.
He's having the time of his life just watching us scramble. And he's like,
Oh, yeah.
I know everything.
I know everything.
I know
I
who
know
the killer
everything.
is.
You know who fucked your mom.
I'm not telling them. Boop, boop, boop.
Damn it!
Oh my god. Nurse's office.
There's a whole lot more where that came from. Then he just pulls out like 3 more guns.
Justice Hammer 3, the one that was killed to kill Hifumi. The one that was used to kill Hifumi. So it moved the body but left the weapon behind. It's just a normal trash can. Huh? Wait, there's something inside. Too small to be a handkerchief. It's a glasses cleaning cloth. And it's got some kind of cartoon character on it. But it's also covered in blood.
Oh,
Ah! Did you find something?
Yeah, there was a cleaning cloth in the trash can.
huh?
A cleaning cloth?
And it's all bloody. Whoever this belongs to must have used it to wipe up some blood. Who would need to do something like that?
I haven't the slightest idea.
Yeah, me either. But I think it might be important.
We'll talk to Celeste.
What are you investigating, Celeste?
I'm not investigating anything precisely speaking. I am simply going around seeing if Hero might be hiding somewhere. What about you?
Oh, you know, I'm just checking this and that. The main thing on my mind is how someone could have moved Tifumi's body.
Let's see.
How Hifumi was moved, eh?
When it disappeared, you were supposed to be in the nurse's office, right?
Yes, indeed.
Correct. Hina was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. But she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom.
And when you got back, the body was gone?
We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though.
Yeah, Hina said the same thing. So then, the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time?
Indeed.
It would seem so.
Carrying off someone as big as Hifumi in only a couple of minutes. Can't think of it as anything less than impossible.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that.
Yes. Indeed.
I literally had...
Is there something behind Celeste there? Oh, the fridge.
A refrigerator. Wonder if there's anything to drink inside.
Probably just gonna give us a coin.
After everything I've been through, totally parched. Maybe just a quick peek. There's a bunch of blood packets in here for blood transfusions, I guess. Doesn't help me though. I'm not a vampire.
Coward. Just drink the blood. It'll be fine. It's a liquid.
Okay.
Okay. Is there another? Ah!
So
Lesbian
this is-
alert.
Lesbian alert! Wee. Hi, Byakuya. So this is where you were. I've been looking for you.
You have?
I wanted to thank you for what you did. Not that you meant to, but you ended up making this little game of ours very interesting indeed. You should go to Hero's room. Oh, and let me give this to you.
This is a note Hero wrote to get us all to meet up, right?
You remember well.
Well, the penmanship was pretty remarkable, so it left an impression.
It's all clear now.
Anyway, this makes it clear, right? This is a trap.
No, what is?
Things grow ever more exciting.
What are you talking about?
I've already repaid my debt. I don't owe you any more explanation.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
That's the hand marking of the round to the 3/4 section of the handbook.
So he said to go to Hero's room, but it's waiting for me in there.
Let's go.
Hero is also dead. Byakuya is just sandbagging us super hard.
Oh my god. A third murder has hit Hope's peak.
Up there, Mr. President! Third murder's hit Hope's peak! My god. The door is unlocked? I guess I could go inside. Yakuya did say to go look. Might not be a great idea, but I'm gonna take the plunge.
Might as well.
Oh. This is Hero's room. There's all kinds of weird shit in here. Where do you even get it all from? More importantly, he still hasn't turned up. Means, can't really complain if I don't get his permission to search his room, right?
Look at the PNG of the camera. It's like glitching out.
Yeah, I know. I seen it out of the corner of my eye, and I'm like, what the hell?
It's like, what the fuck? Anyway.
I think there's something in the cardboard box. It's blueprints for something. Uh-oh. And there's something made out of, it looks like cardboard, plastic, and plaster. Is this Robot Justice? And it's in Hero's room. But wait. These blueprints. Something about them bothers me.
Can we go to the bathroom?
Soundlessly check the bathroom. There's nothing in here. It's pretty grungy, though. How does the bathroom even get this dirty?
Jesus, what have you been doing in there, man?
Oh man, what have you been doing?
A normal bed, pretty much just like the one in my room.
Nothing else here.
I guess not. We saw the Gundam stuff.
Oh no! Big news! Big news!
What's wrong?
We found Kyoko!
Oh, what? Is she okay? Where is she?
Wait, it wasn't done! There's more big news!
Just a second.
No, Justice showed up too!
Hello, Justice.
It's Hero wearing the costume!
Okay.
Anyway, as soon as you can, head to the pool on the second floor.
Think Hiro and Kyoko would turn up at the same time. It's almost like they were in cahoots. Anyway, I have to head to the pool. I ran to the second floor as fast as I could.
Oh good, it makes us do it. Oh.
I rode a 20-minute mile.
Why are they so far away?
Kyoko, and
I mean,
Phew, man. I've had just the worst day.
Hiro? Hiro?
huh? Oh, hey, Makoto.
Yeah, duh. Who else would it be?
That's a good question.
Huh? What? Why do I look like this? Well, did someone come along and remodel me while I was sleeping? Was it the Illuminati?
Right.
I found Hero. He was jammed into the pool locker room. Looked like he was fast asleep, so I kicked him and woke him up.
Don't be mean.
I still can't believe you kicked me! You could have been a little more gentle about it, like, I don't know, caress my face or something.
What?
That's creepy. Anyway,
Kyoko, where have you been all this time? You just disappeared all of a sudden without a trace.
Well.
oh, I've been swimming. There was something I had to check up on.
What do you mean?
Never mind. Okay.
I can't. Never mind.
It's nothing.
Never mind.
Hey,
More importantly,
She says that, but does she have any idea? Does she know people might think she might be spying for the mastermind?
and?
first of all, Hiro, you need to explain to us why you're dressed like that.
I mean,
I mean, I got no idea. 1 second I was asleep, don't even know how that happened, and I woke up, and I was here.
I don't care. Do something about that costume. It pains me just to look at you.
huh?
Well,
Let me out of
I
here!
don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help?
Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself?
You got it all wrong.
I didn't make this stupid friggin' thing.
I didn't make the stupid friggin' thing.
It would seem.
There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. Looks pretty sturdy, but I don't think you can get it off on your own. You don't really have a choice. Let's help him.
Took everyone's help, but slowly we were able to get Hiro out of the suit. Took a few minutes, but eventually we got all the pieces off.
Woo! Free at last! God, I love being in America.
Isn't it kind of weird how perfectly the suit fits Hiro?
So then,
More to the point, nobody but Hiro would be able to wear that costume.
Wait, what? Hold on a sec.
honestly,
Don't bother trying to act innocent. The blueprints were in your room as well.
is that okay?
In other words, it is obvious that to everyone that you made this costume. That's true. I saw the blueprints myself.
Yeah, me too.
Could it be?
Then it's obvious. The one who put this costume on and went around attacking everyone
That's terrible!
was Hiro. Shall we tie him up and gag him?
Just the worst.
Good idea. We wouldn't want him killing anyone else.
What?
Tie me up!
Hold on, guys. I think that's going a little too far.
That's right.
No, tie me up. I'm into it.
Oh my god.
He may be a suspect, but he deserves fair treatment. Yeah, I mean, attacking? Blueprints? I know idea what you guys are talking about.
What the heck?
Talk your way out of this. It's been decided. You killed them.
Please.
What? Kill who? I have no idea what you're talking about. There must be a fake hero run around.
What are you saying?
You're the only one who could wear this costume. So who else could possibly be the costumed attacker?
What the heck?
I don't. You know I'm the only one. Maybe you should try it out for yourself before you convict me.
Okay.
Fine, if you're gonna be a jerk about it, I will.
Without missing a bit, Hina started putting on the Robo Justice costume.
Huh. See? Look. See how loose it is? I mean, come on. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me.
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's not a very nice thing to say.
Hmm?
I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right? I mean, it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hero could have fit into
Is this
dumb
Cassandra Lee
costume.
Morris?
Oh.
In a huff, Hina took off the suit. Took the suit back off again.
Ah.
Well, now you're all out of excuses.
No, you see, it's because you're a girl. If it was another guy, then...
Makoto, go ahead.
Okay. Bitch. Bottom.
Bottom.
Against my will, I picked up the pieces off the floor and tried putting them on. It's no good. The arms are too long. There's no way I could wear this.
Just a second.
See? I told you it was impossible. You are absolutely right. It seems this costume was made to fit Hiro's body exactly.
But
Then, there's another costume. They must have one that looks the same, but fits them.
Honestly.
If you insist on this line of defense, then show us some evidence.
what the heck?
Evidence? The fuck is that?
You claim there is another suit, yes? Then you must find it and show it to us.
What the heck?
Just the worst.
Who cares? Hero's the only one without an alibi during this whole thing anyway.
That's terrible.
Which is how we know it was him.
Well,
What?
he's not the only one. I mean, is that really true? I have no idea what's been happening. Could someone, tell me? Either Hero is the best gaslighter ever, or he's just a straight-up moron. Saying that he's a psychic that has a 30%, good rate, that has a 30% truth rate, I think he's a fucking gaslighter.
Oh my god.
There's a big locker near the pool.
We're not doing anything with that? Alright.
Oh.
I certainly did not expect Hiro and Kyoko to turn up at the same time. But where has Kyoko been hiding all this time?
I have no idea.
Then perhaps...
Perhaps she really is working for the mastermind. What else would explain her questionable behavior?
But
You are quite protective of her, yes?
that's because she's helped me out so much up until now.
If I were the mastermind, that is exactly what I would do to earn your trust. It's looking more and more like it really was a setup.
What the heck?
There's no talking your way out of this one. You did it. Everyone knows it.
What the heck?
If you don't tell me what's going on, how am I supposed to understand? I think I figured out that Seven's been killed, right? Hey, Makoto, who was it? Well, two people were killed. Taka and Hifumi.
What?
What? Two people?
Just the worst.
Why are you freaking out? You did it.
Please!
I did not!
Huh?
Wait, hold on. Those two are the ones that were killed.
How about that?
That's it! I don't know who did it.
So then,
You may as well tell us then. Taka and Hifumi were fighting over Alter Ego, right?
I'm at least 30%
Means
right.
Alter Ego and or Chihiro must have done it.
correct.
I see. That's unfortunate.
Please.
Huh? Fortunate?
What the heck?
Trying to trick us. Just admit that you did it, okay?
I'm telling you, you got it all wrong.
Oh, so then.
I know that note. No. Last night, someone slipped a weird note under my door. Here's what it said. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in rec room at 1 a.m. The last thing I remember is going to the rec room, then for some reason I fell asleep.
Hey.
The real killer probably drugged me or something.
Just
That
the
fit.
worst.
Not a chance.
So,
No, hold on. You could be onto something. The nurse's office did have chemicals that could do that.
What? Really?
I told you, someone's trying to set me up. Secret passage, a chance to escape. Someone wrote all that to trick me.
Ah.
Even if that's true, you must be one dumb fish to bite every piece of bait that floats in front of you.
Well, after being trapped here so long, even if you know it's a lie, you still gotta check, right? Yeah. They preyed on my desire to get out of here. They deceived me. Oh!
I still don't buy it.
Don't be mean.
Well, you should buy it,
Just a second.
bitch.
Show us that note.
With pleasure. I have it right here in my, pocket.
No way.
Looks like I lost it.
Ah.
Yeah, sure.
Please.
Please, you gotta believe me. I wouldn't hurt a fly.
As I said, if you want us to believe you, you must provide evidence. Can you show us the note? I have no particular issue with what you claim, but if you want us to believe you, give us a reason.
What the heck? For serious? This guy is just not used to people being like, are you sure about that? He's just like, yeah, believe me, believe whatever I say.
Now then, shall we resume our investigation? There's no time to waste before the last trial begins. Why do we need to keep investigating? We already know who did it.
What the heck?
Why? Why did you kill them? Tell us, hero!
No, it's like I said.
Just the worst.
Was it really to get the money Mom and Kuma offered us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, no.
Yeah, that must be it. You must be totally broke, and that's why.
Please.
Oh, wait, that's a false accusation. Someone help me.
What are you saying?
Thankful we haven't bound and gagged you. If you have time to yell and carry on, you have time to search for your evidence, right?
What?
You're right. I need to look for the second suit in that note. Feet, don't fail me now.
I guess I'd better go back to guard duty. I was gonna ask Toko or Genocide Jack to switch with me, but if she and Sakura got into a fight, we'd have a catastrophe on our hands. Well, bye.
One by one, everyone peeled away.
Makoto.
Makoto, do you have a second? Huh? I want you to help me with the investigation.
It would seem...
Looks like I got a late start on this one, so I need to make up some ground.
Sure, I don't mind helping, but can you promise me something? Later, when we have time, will you tell me why you disappeared?
Why is that?
No.
To reject me so simply.
Anyway,
I need your help. You don't mind, do you?
Okay.
Oh my god! He could have just been like, no, walks off.
shall we go?
Yeah, seriously, such a bottom. Thanks.
bitch.
Now then, shall we? This is why I say Makoto is,
Hey,
This is why I say Makoto is a lesbian. So, Makoto, first I'd like to examine the corpses.
Examine the corpses. Can't believe I'm hearing from I'm hearing that from a girl the same age as me.
correct.
Dead bodies don't lie, you know. They tell the truth far more easily than the living.
Hey,
Wouldn't you agree? How am I supposed to answer?
anyway,
Anyway, we have to hurry, before the class trial begins again. Yeah, you're right. Okay then, show me where the bodies are. They're in the repository. Then I guess we should head that way for now. Complete silence. Just,
I guess we gotta go. In silence.
oh.
Will you tell me why you disappeared? No. Alright then.
Okay!
Okay. Push over.
Sounds good, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, we all said collectively.
Yeah.
The fucking Monokuma statue in the corner. Mifumi, Taka. For a moment, Kyoko seems to go rigid. But only for a moment.
so then,
Well then, let's get started. Oh, he crouched down next to Taka and without hesitation started poking and prodding the bodies.
I knew it.
Monokuma File was right. They were killed using similar weapons. Her movements were so smooth. She was so calm. Seeing how comfortable she was made me feel a little more comfortable.
I see.
Makoto, I found something. You did?
Hey,
You remember the wristwatch Mark always wore on his left hand? Did?
whew.
No! 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 Are you so oblivious to the people around you? Do you dislike other people that much? No, that's not it. Anyway, so you said he had a watch?
So then,
Take a look. It's broken. See, the hands aren't moving right. Yeah, and the big ass crack in the glass. It was most likely broken when he had an encounter with his assailant. If you notice, the hands are frozen just past 6 o'clock. So that would mean the watch was broken sometime just after 6?
that's right.
But last night, Taka's watch definitely wasn't broken. Hurry! You! How long are you gonna keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he stared pointedly at his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that? Bedtime for all the little boys and girls!
In other words,
So, if it worked at 10 last night, it wouldn't have been broken at 6 p.m. Meaning it must have happened at 6 this morning.
Wow, Makoto, your voice got really feminine.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. That's the E
However-
working. That's not all. Look at Taka's left hand. He appears to be gripping something. You're right. There's something white in there.
Makoto.
Oh god, he jerked off before he died.
Oh my god, we had the same fucking thought.
Can you try and pry it out? No. Why the hell would I do that? Hey!
Why the fuck would you make me do this, Kyoko?
Because
Yeah. Rigor mortis is already set in. Boys are better suited to this kind of manual labor, right? Okay. As much as I didn't want to, I grasped Taka's cold hand. The ice cold hand was nearly enough to cause my heart to stop beating. After some effort, I was able to free the object from its tightly clenched fist. A piece of paper.
hey,
Was that all he had in his hand?
That's it. Just a little scrap of paper. Doesn't seem like much of a clue, does it?
Is that right?
I wonder about that.
Kyoko then turned to Hifumi's body.
So then,
Let's check Ifumi's body now. Perhaps he's left us with a few clues of his own.
Here, a pack of scrap paper, but add to the notebook section of your handbook.
The biggest problem I have right now is how the killer was able to move Hifumi's massive corpse. From the nurse's office he was discovered to, here, the repository. All the way from the first floor to the third, and all without anybody noticing it. I just can't see how that's possible. Further, it seems that Fumi died from a blow to the head. It was most likely killed using Justice Hammer 3, which we found in the nurse's office. But when we found his body in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered in blood. But now, they're spotless. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses clean? But who would do that? And why?
Maybe Hifumi. Maybe Hifumi killed Taka and then went to kill himself, and was working with Hiro. Because here's the thing, Hifumi's the only loser. He's the only big enough loser to get a whole fucking robot costume.
Hmm.
So, did you find anything?
indeed.
I did, more than I expected, to be honest. Look at this.
A what? Paper?
That's right.
Fumi had it hidden on him.
Hidden?
Indeed.
He stuffed it in his pants, so I can only assume he didn't it on purpose, you see.
In his pants? Wait, so you
Why is
jerked him?
It was just his pants, not like his socks or something.
I don't know what that means.
Hey,
I don't either.
Yeah, me neither.
Anyway, let's take a look at the paper. Go ahead, Makoto. Open it up. Be a good boy and open it up for me.
When I think of how it was stuffed down his pants, it's like, better be important, Hifumi, or I'll never forgive you for this. A note?
I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monochroma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
so...
Sounds very familiar.
That's it. It's the same thing Hiro said. But then he was telling us the truth.
However,
Although it's not exactly the same, is it? Last night, someone stuck a weird note under my door. And here's what's said. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet him in the rec room. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
The time is different. Hiro told us that his note was sent to meet him at 1 a.m. The note they wrote to Fumi asked him to meet at 6 a.m.
is that right?
Hold on, just because Hifumi had the note doesn't mean it was meant for him.
Huh?
So...
Part of it had to be torn off right. I think there's likely some meaning there.
There's some meaning to part of it being ripped. Could you maybe explain it a little more?
Think carefully.
Hey,
Why would he have been clutching that scrap of paper so tightly?
I have no idea.
so then...
But if it wasn't just a scrap of paper when he was holding it? What if it was something more important?
No.
And how would something important like that become a mere scrap of paper? That's what you need to answer.
Hey.
While we're at it, I should tell you one other thing. The two victims this time definitely had their e-handbooks on them. So the handbooks have nothing to do with how the murders were carried out. Okay? Not that there was any reason to think they were connected to the killings in the first place.
So you're saying I don't have to think about the handbooks this time, right?
Is
Thank
that right?
God.
If you didn't have to think about them at all, I wouldn't have gone out of my way to mention it. All I said was they weren't used to help carry out the murders. There may come a point, however, where a handbook may play a role. Damn it!
A handbook may play a role? I don't think I understand.
But if Kyoko,
thinks it's important, I'd better keep it in mind. Beep bong ding dong.
Are you excited? Are you pumped? It's time for the class trial to begin! Like the bright burst of fireworks.
the fireworks,
Like the
flash of a soul,
clashing
clashing with
death.
life and death.
And so, with no further
Further ado,
everyone please meet at the
meet me at the
usual
usual spot.
Make your way to the
Hey,
red
to the red
door
door on the first
floor
floor of the school.
See you
See you soon.
It would seem.
It's unfortunate, but I suppose this is where our investigation comes to an end. You'll have to figure out the rest for yourself and come to the proper conclusion. Imbecile.
Idiot.
Yeah, you're right.
Shall we go?
Moron. Isn't that right, kitten? You're a moron.
Okay. Everyone had heard Monika's proclamation, and they were gathered by the red door. As soon as we were all there.
Monokuma
Oh!
appears!
Hello! Hello! Hello!
He's multiplied!
Wrong.
Nope, not multiplication. It just looks like that. Wait, because of an illusion! I'm moving so fast it only looks like I've multiplied! Can you guys tell which one is the real Monokuma?
Whew.
And we just got on the elevator already.
Boy, tough crowd.
You're not playing along!
Stop talking.
We're not here to play with you.
Okay.
Okay, fine!
Hey! Hey!
Then if everyone's here and ready to go, please board the pain train! Or elevator. I'll see you guys down there! Wow!
Okay then, shall we?
Please!
Oh, hold on! I'm not mentally prepared yet!
Well, that's too damn bad!
What the heck?
Well, that's too damn bad!
You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, hero. You're gonna pay for your sins.
What the heck?
I already told you I didn't do it! For serious!
That reminds me, did you ever find the other costume? Or the notes?
Well, no, but...
Fortunate, then it would seem we have our culprits.
Y'all are so gonna get your ass kicked so quickly if it wasn't for me. God damn. This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusation for when we get to the courtroom.
That's right.
He's right. Let's go down there first. Then the story can really begin.
Yeah, good idea. That's right. I have to do it. I can't let whoever killed Ifumi and Taka get away with it. For everyone who's still alive. And for the two that lost their lives. Oh. The one who killed Ifumi and Taka. The one who killed our two of our friends. The killer is... someone right here! Well, thanks for that, Makoto. I took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly. I began to walk toward the elevator. Once everyone was aboard, doors closed on their own, and the steel box began to move. The clunking of the elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. There was no going back. Until we said all this, we couldn't go anywhere. I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. The elevator door slid open, opening up onto a cruel fate.
Yeah.
When I see all of you gathered together like this, I realize just few of you there are. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax.
Just the worst.
Only because of you.
Why? Why are you making us do such cruel things to each other?
What?
What? Do you really hate me so much? But it's so cute.
Come on.
Stop goofing around and begin the trial.
Everybody's been fucking pissed. Like, everybody's tired of this shit.
Everyone's fucking tired of him.
Don't rush me! Of course I'm gonna start it!
I would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break.
Yoo-hoo!
I'd never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats.
And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial.
Yes,
Hello, Shaver Data.
we're saving. That
Oh, boy.
skills.
Alright, let's, before we do anything, I'm gonna go get more slices of pizza and a soda. And probably go to the bathroom.
Okay.
That just don't work. Okay. My loins have never been rubberier.
Come on. We are ready.
Let's
All
begin
right.
with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened.
Get it.
And the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, to begin with...
We already know who did it.
Was that?
It was
Huh?
Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit.
Don't try and deny it! You killed them!
I didn't! Someone knocked me out! I was asleep the whole time! I don't know anything about it!
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprints for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it, and all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know, I don't know!
Is Hiro really the killer, or... Before anything else, we have to make that clear.
Oh, good.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true, it's a conspiracy!
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
I mean, looking at the blueprints, the handwriting is awful messy. If I remember right, Hiro's handwriting is...
Everything we
serif
found in your
font.
room.
Your
The blueprints,
room.
the suit part.
No, that's wrong.
Coconut!
Coconut.
Are we sure Hiro really made those blueprints?
What do you mean?
Have you
Well,
seen how
take a look
F-slurry
at
they
this.
are?
It's the note that Hiro wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
At least he admits it.
So, Makoto,
Yeah.
are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
And he's not the only one. I think Hiro's innocent as well.
What?
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit?
I mean, it was...
Oh no, it was Hiro.
Said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
And of course, he passes it off to me.
So? Who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
So he can be like, ah, yes, I knew it all along.
I got it!
Oh, Hiro.
Other than Hiro, I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit. And we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hiro is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hiro didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hiro was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
What? Now that's a bold assumption.
And what reason?
Oh
do you have to
yeah,
make such a
that's
statement?
true, because
You do have a reason, yes.
I don't know if this is going to come up at all, but our guy was looking at the our guy Makoto was looking at the little dolly that they got, and he said that it wouldn't. He said that you'd only be able to move it if you got down super low, and then when Hina was putting that shit on, she was just like,
thing.
yeah, he can't
course.
move around
But
the
before
waist
we
or
get to that,
anything, like.
There's something else we need
I
to
don't know. That's
clarify
like
first.
part of the whole
So
thing
let's
of
get
being
that
able
out
to
of the
get
way.
down.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
we must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
Oh, Aoi is voiced by Cassandra Lee Morris. That's awesome.
Where is the fucking dolly?
Respiratory dolly.
Oh, there it is.
I got it!
There's still one more thing.
Just one more thing, Lieutenant.
I got it!
Oh, okay, so I could have done it in
They
either
were
order.
a
I
dolly
gotcha.
and a tarp, right?
Was that not it?
No, it is.
Oh, okay. I was just like,
What's with the attitude?
Because if you get the, like, got it part, then that means it's correct.
okay.
So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right? It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room.
We're so smart.
So the killer must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body, am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
No, we got evidence.
She's
for that.
raised an objection. How do you respond?
There is no
Shut
shame
up.
in being wrong.
Shut up!
Nobody expects much from you anyway. We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Well, I never had anyone sound so nice while being so mean, but maybe I can change her mind. If I could just explain to them why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository.
No, I never had some bullet time table. Now, would you like to hear more? Let's talk about reloading. Starting with the next time bullet time battle, we're going to spice things up. On the bottom corner, zipping method, you'll see the avatar. Up till now, you haven't been a limit on having to destroy the opponent's things, but now, just by lacking on a custom way, you won't need it anytime. It'll cost you one bullet to draw only one thing. Once you run out of bullets, however, you can reload by pressing the X button. Just like locking on and having to press the X button? Oh shit. Something about the X button and A button. Automatically reload. God damn.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic.
Oh, jeez.
Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch.
I don't know.
I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do Do your worst, you miserable wretch. You miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool.
Thank God.
I cannot agree.
This should prove it.
That's awful. I hate when it goes negative. I'm like, I'm bad at rhythm
Yeah, what the
games.
shit? Yeah, what the shit? I was like, what? How are you even supposed to know?
When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it.
And it tasted
There
like
was a pool
Taka's
of blood in
blood.
the equipment room with a tire mark in it that
What?
matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Jeez, does Celeste really hate me that much?
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo-Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
Oh, hey!
If you look at the way the body was moved, it'll be clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done it. What does he mean by that?
Yeah, like how I can look at.
Robo-Justice costume.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Yeah, that'd be the Robo
Well,
costume.
yeah,
That would be the
but
one.
even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
Oh, there we go. Never mind.
Fuck!
Shoot it!
No, that's wrong.
Kill him! Coconut!
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
You literally
Think
tried it
back
on
to what you
yourself,
said when
Nina.
we were all checking
Yeah.
out the...
I'm on auto. Hold on. Let's go. Oh,
I
there's
fucking
a
love this
bat in here. I can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me!
Not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seemed like a pretty obvious oversight.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
There's absolutely no chance that the costume was taken off just to move the body, because they couldn't
I
do
don't think
it.
taking off the suit was an option. If you remember...
There was a lock on that chastity cage. I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help?
Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself?
I didn't make the stupid friggin' thing! There's a clasp on the back, keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. You don't really have a choice. Let's help him.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect him.
Yeah, that's right!
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took? You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice? If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
How did you get hurt?
That guy hit me.
What guy?
Robo Justice. Or that's what I decided to call him just now. See, that's us.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hero, without a doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a second!
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility?
Yeah.
Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
What's wrong? I saw a shadow! Something moving around at the top of the stairs.
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the 2nd floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for some. I don't want to read this again.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. We already heard this before. I've played these games before. Blah blah blah.
at that point we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time, because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the three of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising. We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Body disappeared.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again. But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time...
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated. It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
Contradictions hidden in somewhat in the order to uncover the truth of this case. I have to find them, no matter what. What are we arguing again?
So,
I
regarding Taka's death,
we're talking about the
I wonder
deaths.
if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
No.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice...
Wait, what's this, Oh, wait.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
They were numbered, but were they really used in that order?
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the
Oh my god, I keep pressing the wrong thing. Oh, it's the wrong thing.
Shoot!
So, regarding Taka's death,
So it would have been
I
the first
wonder
one
if
there.
he died
Yeah.
before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We never
already
really
know.
specified.
What the fuck?
Shoot!
Hold on. There was only 2
Oh, okay.
options, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I refuse to give up yet!
I can't give up now.
I love how it's like Makoto's the blackened.
Nuh-uh.
I guess I like why it says that, because if it would be like, oh, it's Hero, then it'd be like, huh?
So, regarding Taka's death,
I wonder if he, or perhaps it was. We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3.
Hold on. I need...
Do we have any other tooth bullets?
No.
Or
I
is
think
that
this the only
Monokuma one? Is
one.
it? Huh.
While Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's
That's what I have to
obvious
do.
Taka came after.
Ah, okay.
I was like, I think there was a way.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last
What makes you say that?
because of the numbering of the.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Okay.
It's been so long
Hold on.
since we actually had to
There's
do
no
that.
reason to assume
I
that the
know.
hammers were used in the same order as their numbers. If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
There's something that relates to what time he was killed at.
There
Yeah,
it is.
we got the note. We got the
Hangman's
note.
Gambit. Wristwatch. Oh, I have to. Oh my god, wristwatch. I have to find the things in order. That's so stupid.
Yeah.
Hey. Oh my god. Losing all my health because of this bullshit.
Now I understand.
Wristwatch.
I've got it. Taka's wristwatch. See? Look. It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night,
Blah blah blah.
so if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder, but all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
What was that?
Oh my god, this is bad.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body.
That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
If that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said,
Blah, blah, blah.
his body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
What? How?
If the dead body were to move itself.
The dead body moved on its own?
No! Not another ghost!
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
He was alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
We only
And that is why the announcement was made.
It showed up when
Are
both
we
of them
really
were there.
so sure about that?
Yeah,
Maybe
so
the
they
announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Yeah, it only happened when both of them were.
Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered at almost the exact same time.
Are you saying
Yeah,
that when
but
we
it
first
took a little
found
bit
Hifumi
before
in the
it
nurse's
said it for
office,
Hifumi, right? It usually
there's a
does it
chance
immediately.
he was actually still alive?
No,
Yeah.
it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
So the body
And
discovery
you know that how?
announcement happened at the same
Surely
time.
you heard the body discovery
Oh.
announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
no, that's wrong.
Coconuts.
Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
Azeroth, welcome on in. Happy Sunday. I didn't see your message.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere.
Dingly Rampa. So yeah, as I mentioned, Nick, yeah, the announcement happened at the same time. And I don't know if you remember, but like when Hifumi actually died, there was like an actual announcement.
Yeah,
I think we confused whether the
actual
announcement was for
announcement
Hifumi
thingy, where
or
it's just
Taka.
like, yep, no, you found both bodies.
You found those bodies, yippee!
Yippee! We love finding
First of
corpses
all,
around
if
here.
two
It
bodies
means more
have been
fun.
found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together
Y'all
into
are
one.
forgetting the last one.
What
Yeah.
do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
It would never be lazy.
I'll never be lazy like those stupid pigs who wear badges.
So I can't go into too
What?
much
Oh my
detail.
god. What?
Who said that?
Who said that?
But what I
Kuma.
can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
No, actually, that was plenty.
Huh?
He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
You're so smart, Byakuya.
Huh?
Oh my god.
Exactly. We
He's
heard
the
the
only
body
bitch that
discovery
remembers.
announcement twice.
Thank God. He doesn't know what's going on, but damn, at least he remembers stuff.
Shoot!
Oh my god, we only have one life again. Hold on. The second time was when...
Yeah, both bodies were the skin.
We heard it a second time in the repository
I'm so
when
silly.
we rediscovered the 2 bodies.
Every time I see a repository, I keep thinking it's suppository. Like, in my brain. I'm just like, oh god.
Bing
Big
bong.
bad! Big bad!
Bing bong,
Please,
Nino.
in this for a certain amount of time,
It didn't seem
oh,
weird at the time.
lock your hands on!
But it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually
Oh, Chuck!
rediscovering both bodies, the announcement
Yours
shouldn't
off!
have played.
Then in reality, when the 2 dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
Exactly.
And that's just part of it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then Hifumi died in our
There's
arms,
one
right?
other thing that leads me to
Yeah.
believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
In Hina's arms.
Oh, I know!
Yeah.
Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
That is the worst logic
God.
I have ever heard. But honestly,
Genocide Jail, we
I do
love
not
you.
think there's
I
anything
love
that can prove he
Genocide
was still
Jail.
alive.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding
so
the discovery
funny.
of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
Feels the best. I love her. I love the lesbians. Proof that shows Hifumi was still alive. Fine. Oh, I know.
There has to be proof.
We got the proof right there.
Hifumi's glasses.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
Lies.
No, that's wrong.
Bitch, you're
How could I?
right. Die. Just kidding.
I'm gonna throw a coconut at
There
your
was
forehead.
one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
Celeste, you're there.
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office,
you were there
his
when we
glasses
found
were
our
covered
evidence.
with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
Oh.
Where is it? There it is.
I
Oh,
got
you
it.
shouldn't have picked that up.
It was a glasses cleaning cloth.
Yeah,
featuring
just
a
saying
certain
that. Just
cartoon
you
mascot.
shouldn't have picked that up.
You shouldn't have picked that up. She was there when we found it in the nurse's room.
Yeah, I know.
She's playing stupid. All these characters are playing stupid.
One look at the bloodstain
What?
on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was
I
used to
wouldn't be
wipe
too sure
Hifumi's
about
glasses
playing,
clean.
but
And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right?
Who? What was the name
And
again?
whose digital camera was it?
The character was
I don't remember.
Princess Piggles. From Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
Oh my god.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
So true.
A few tissues is
Fair.
all I need to keep my glasses clean.
I just use my
Then
shirt.
there's no question.
I just
It
used my
belonged to
tongue.
Hifumi.
I just used my tongue.
Yeah,
So
with
what
her
you're
long-ass
saying
tongue, she
is-
can definitely lick her
What
glasses.
exactly?
Yeah. She just
What I'm
fucking
saying
licks it
is,
like a gecko.
the
Just
blood on his
whack.
glasses was wiped away
Ew,
using
yeah,
his
like a
own glasses
lizard.
cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he
Blech.
wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
Stop, Celeste. You don't know one thing about being a glasses owner.
Yeah, seriously. You don't
So
understand
you
how
need
fucking
to-
awful it
You
is.
need to zip your lip if you're
Yeah,
talking about
seriously.
issues for glasses.
That's a good point.
The Four Eyes are talking right now, Celeste.
Yeah.
It must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends
I
to be
remember
dead.
my mom
Then when
would
he's
always
alone,
get
he
on my
wipes his
ass
glasses clean
about
so
how
he
dirty
can
my
see.
glasses were all the time. Until she started wearing glasses herself, and then she's just like, yeah, no, I get it now.
Oh my god.
That shit is
Um,
impossible to clean.
Yeah, no, in high school, one time I like took my friend's glasses because they were dirty and I cleaned them, and then she was like, "Oh my god!"
Then he
What the
stands
hell?
up
It's like she
and
would
walks
never
out
like
on his
clean
own
her
2
like
feet.
glasses.
Oh my god, never? Jesus.
I think like from time to time, but like I was like girly pop, and I like cleaned them, and then she's like, "Everything's so like clear."
And
Oh
with
my god,
that,
I can see
the
again.
impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes
That bitch had,
possible, wouldn't you say?
That bitch had that fucking
If he
Wii
was
U
just
not
pretending
been
to
used
be
for
dead,
like 10 years amount of dust on it.
Oh my god.
What was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere! But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done! God, what an idiot!
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's
Kyoko
corpse.
is the only one who has who has any brain cells in this entire group.
Yeah.
I got it! It could only have been Hifumi.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked? Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already
My headset is,
inside.
like bothering me.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
But that means he took part in the murders.
I just can't believe it.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
There's more?
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed. You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
Yeah.
The thing that Hifumi stole from Taka, could it be?
Where is it? Where? There it is.
I got it!
Finally, I
You're
have 3
talking
hearts
about
again.
the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Yay!
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
What? In his pants?
Yes, his pants.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
Don't ask me why I was digging my hand in his pants. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
Ah, that's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro. And that person could only have been...
Hifumi's pants!
I got it! That's right! Taka!
God, could you imagine?
The killer used this note
Everybody's
to
just
drive
like,
Taka and murder him.
What?
Hello? Over
Are you
here!
fucking stupid?
Objection! I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right?
Ugh! Yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
This time Jack is seriously scary, but still, I can't let her get to me. Let's kill her! What?
What?
Huh? I didn't. Oh, fuck.
Huffy had the note right. Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
Yes, it does.
No, that's wrong.
Billy, it has everything
No,
to do.
there absolutely is a connection.
What the hell are you talking about?
Look at her tongue is all twisty, like a corkscrew.
Oh,
The note
God.
said to meet at 6 a.m.
This bitch
which
got
is the
giraffe
same
tongue.
time Taka was
Yeah.
murdered. We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that... No further objections!
Then someone used
At
that
least she's
note to
simple,
trick
okay?
Taka.
Yeah, she's
just the same as
so
me.
simple. You can't hate her for that.
The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster, telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Most likely, Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
Huh? He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
Hey, we gotta pull out the other fucking...
I got it!
We're getting
When I
all our
searched
hearts
Taka's
back,
body,
dude.
I saw that his
Let's
lifeless hand was gripping
go.
a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
Yup, they're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly, which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa. Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure. In fact,
Sure.
he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive!
No, he ain't.
Sorry, no.
Oh.
When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead. The second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together. Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
Hey.
Holy
Who
shit!
called a walrus?
Anyway, when they
Yeah,
were killed
anyway.
bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it. But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
You really called Hiro a pea-brain.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue.
So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were accounted for in other
Yoo-hoo!
rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Then,
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
Let me show you some evidence.
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
No, I already know! There we go.
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The
Murdergear.com/hammertime.
murder weapon had to be one of...
I'm
No.
looking it up.
No.
No, that's wrong.
Got it. You looking up what?
The murder weapon wasn't a Justice Hammer at all. No,
Hammer.
it was something completely different.
Oh my god, could you imagine?
Oh, hey! It actually is a thing.
What does it show on it? Send me the link, actually.
It's literally just a thing called Murder Gear.
God.
Well, it was just type up murdergear.com/hammertime and it'll send you to
.com.
yeah, .com/hammertime and it'll send you to whatever this is.
Yeah, let's see.
There wasn't any way for me to truly describe what the fuck I saw other than just like
Oh, you're right.
it's Murder Gear.
Murder
Like
bigcartel.com.
Yeah.
This is what it redirected to. God. Damn. I can't believe it, like, someone was like, yeah, let's redirect it.
Yeah, no kidding.
But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Huh?
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean
I
was most
know.
likely because it was
There's not a
used to
single
commit
thought in
murder.
that brain.
Yeah.
If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
And whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder. So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
Oh my goodness.
We did talk about how there wouldn't be any reason for anyone to work together. At least that's what we thought at first, but...
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
I hate the sucky up abilities.
Since there were two murders,
Yeah.
it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in the scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime. And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating two separate incidents. And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan.
Hifumi was stupid enough to do it.
And then, to avoid the no accomplices
Yeah.
rule, they simply killed their accomplice.
Yup.
Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
The effort made to convince us the two murders were the same. That was the main characteristic this time. Kyoko must have noticed that fact from the very beginning. Which is why she said not to look at this as a series of connected events, but entirely separate incidents.
Who's this diva? Oh my god, my headset. Oh my god. Ugh.
Kyoko really is amazing, although when you think about it, she's almost too amazing. Like, it's almost unnatural how good she is at this.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved, but then who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now.
The killer manipulated Hifumi to carry out a number of actions and, in the end, murdered him. In the debates up until now, the way the case has unfolded, when you consider all that, there's really only one person that seems to fit.
Fuck.
Here's the thing. Even the...
Wait, hold on, no, I'm stupid.
Shoot!
No, I know. I just realized. I remembered one of the pieces of evidence.
It had... So it's not Hero?
It's not Hero.
Here's
oh, yeah.
So I was like, oh yeah, that's right, the picture that Celeste took.
Oh, yeah. She took that
so
picture.
I'm the suspicious individual now, am I? I really do hate this kind of show.
And she's also, like, the only person who survived the Robo-Justice.
A joke?
That's true.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi. The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him.
True.
That I would go within 10 feet of that shit for brains, that lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot! Pardonnez-moi.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Is that so?
Yeah. How pissed you just got.
Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
What is it
Answering
that
up the
only...
suspicious individual.
The suspicious...
The behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it? The only ones who ever actually saw Robo-Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
What?
Okay.
Sorry.
What? And you just bend!
This is
You little... Oh
You
my
little-
god!
you little...
Stand your ground! Stand your ground!
You twink.
As he said, only Celeste
Stand
and
your
Hifumi
ground,
ever laid eyes on the
Jeebus.
costumed individual. If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
I saw the shadow.
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
Scream. Further down the
Once
hallway.
she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, It was time for her partner to get to work.
It was to get us to divide into 2 groups. So that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
And
Why don't we split into 2 groups?
As well. You know what would be kind of funny?
If Celeste and Hifumi were
If we
working
switched
together,
our
all those
speaking
chance
roles
events
whenever there
suddenly
was a
become connected.
flashback.
Oh god,
And on top of that, that piercing cry of yours early on.
Aye!
That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the 3rd floor, everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
I just realized another strange thing. When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead,
I certainly was not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
Would be
Celeste,
murdered?
you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
I don't believe it. Everything, the whole thing was one big act.
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kinda sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait! Then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed. Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I have no idea what you mean.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
They must really be enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're going to die just like those guys died.
I remember her saying that too, but I don't understand what's so strange about it.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the 4 of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead. Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
Dude.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
What's he alluding to? It's that she knew! Dumbass! Oh my god.
Oh my god. The amount of times we said, oh my god, in unison. Like, throughout this whole playthrough.
They must
I want to
really
see if I
be
can make a
enjoying
compilation
this.
of that, or if there's enough times for it that it's happened.
Standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange
Oh,
about
no.
Celeste's comment?
Oh, fuck.
Well, shoot, we gotta suck it up.
Oh, okay, yeah.
All I said
Oh, we gotta
was,
suck it up
They
again.
must really be enjoying the sight of us. They must be. We are
gotta
all going to.
do-
We are going to die, and that is.
And that's all it takes.
What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Oh my god, I hate it. I'm like, I know what it is. I just did it in the wrong order.
No!
They must really be enjoying the sight of us. They must be. We are all going to die. We are going to die. Just.
No, that's wrong.
Oh, God!
That's wrong!
That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Like, it's so funny because Byakuya, like, said that exact same thing. Like, oh, how would you have known? And everyone's like, huh, I don't get it. And so now you have to explain.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any
We were
chance
able
for
to
her
dumb
to
it down
see his
enough for those
body in the
guys.
equipment room
Oh
for
my,
herself.
yeah. Byakuya was just too smart.
So how did
for
you know,
everyone's
Celeste?
pea brain.
How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
Oh, the music stopped.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations.
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took? How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
It has to be some kind of setup, right? So let's put the suit on, and then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer.
And how would you know that?
It is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of
I think
Hifumi
it was
being
mentioned,
dragged
like,
away.
earlier on.
Oh,
If
boo.
everything I told you was a lie,
When the camera
how
was
can this
first
picture
found.
exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's
been
really a
too
picture
long.
of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
I got it! It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility. The one being dragged off in that picture
Jimmy!
isn't Hifumi, but the person in the
Hey,
robot.
Jimmy.
Hey, Jimmy!
We've simply been
I
led to
give you
believe that
a
it's the
little
other way
kissy.
around.
I'll give you a big wet sloppy kissy.
And then I also give you a wet, sloppy kissy. One on each cheek.
And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther.
Then I give you a little kissy, but like
if you
on your
saw
hand.
someone wearing something like,
Like
that
royalty.
in this situation,
And I bat
of
my
course
eyelashes
you'd
at
notice
you
and be
cutely.
suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Such a thing is utterly impossible. Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
He's pissed.
Yeah, she's locking the fuck in right now.
I know.
Especially with that one sprite she has, where she's just
Yeah.
like facing forward, like, oh.
Huh?
Celeste thinks she can prove there's no way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away. But is that really possible?
I don't know, Hifumi's a big guy. Yasuhiro's like a twig. Also, it's made out of
Dress me
cardboard
up
and
in
shit.
that Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight. You tried to make me look like the bad guy.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If
Not
the
bad.
person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
I
Then
think
the
so.
fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all.
No
I,
way!
I think the Robo Justice blueprint should be used on the one where it's like there's no way they could have done it.
Yeah, it's like have the arms been like this.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's blueprints on how they should position Hero, I think. I just wanted
Yeah.
to see everything else. I'm pretty sure it goes to, like, the unconscious.
Okay.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out. Then you just draped me across Hifumi and you tried to make me look like the bad guy.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like
Oh wait,
that.
shit.
Oh, damn it.
Oh wait, oh, I have to do the fucking costume.
You dressed me up in that suit after I
Oh,
passed
okay.
out.
Or
Then
we'll
you
do
just
the, hold on. Let's look at the costume real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, there.
Okay.
You tried to make me look like the bad guy.
Like I said, as you can see in the picture,
If the person inside the suit, there's no way they could.
There
No,
we go.
that's wrong. No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that, because that Robo Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
Blah blah blah, you can't bend at the waist.
that's right.
Can't bend at the
They
waist.
totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Oh!
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate?
They're gonna go all the way upside down? Yeah, it is!
Oh no,
it is.
she's losing it.
Yeah. What the camera doing? Is it gonna go again? Is it gonna go again?
One more time.
Idiot.
No.
What do you mean, checkmate? Celeste? Clearly, you want to cram me into a
Clearly,
little
you don't own an
Josie
air
box.
fryer.
There's one little problem.
Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
Who did this? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you?
Oh, kill me. That's right, I remember her name. Yasu. Hiro.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not? He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro. In other words, Yasuhiro Hagakure!
Wait, but my name isn't really Yasuhiro. It's actually Taro.
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
That's what she mentioned before, you stupid fucking egg. The
Egg
fucking,
boy.
the fucking, e-handbook.
Yeah.
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
He gave everyone nicknames, right?
I got it!
Oh, no.
That's right! Our last names! He called us all by our last names.
Celeste's voice acting is
Exactly.
honestly so good.
I know I heard
I
him say
know.
Mr. Miyagi more than once, for example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name. Indecent?
Don't talk.
Random chance. Now isn't that a
No,
convenient
Byakuya, let her
explanation?
speak.
Let her speak. Let her be a little bit dirty.
No. There's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to, and that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
What did you just say? To think you'd take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit! Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you?
Yeah.
Well?
Yeah.
Do I?
Yeah.
What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Fine! Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up! My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Celeste won't give up, so then.
Hi, Kabu.
Hi, Kabu.
I have to do something to make her accept it.
Let us go to the e-handbook.
Let us go to the e-handbook.
Let us go to the e-handbook and tell her that she is
Hifumi
wrong.
was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
how many times do I have to tell you? My name is Celestia Ludenberg, god damn it!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict...
We do have a way, actually.
Coconuts! Fuck you, show us your handbook!
That was your fucking handbook.
That's it! The handbook!
What?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before.
The handbook is that cool? Oh, sorry.
Don't lose it, blah, blah, blah.
Everyday notebook.
So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything. That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
So I want to get this over with.
That's
This is
an
almost
invasion
10.
of privacy.
It's almost
I refuse
done.
to cooperate.
It has to be almost done, right?
It is almost done.
Okay.
Celeste, can you please
We got
just
through,
tell
like,
us what really happened?
An investigation and a
And the
thing,
trial, yeah.
Please.
all in the same day?
tell us.
That's good shit.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning, and shed light on all your crimes.
Because
And that'll bring everything to an end.
Closing argument begin. Okay, so
This was at
that's 1 o'clock, yeah.
1 o'clock. And then here comes Hero. Takes the photo. Now what's that?
6.
6.
Ah!
Which hammer was it? It was
Justice Hammer.
3. Or no.
No, his was 4.
It was 4.
And then they used 3 to. Okay, what did he do after that? You already got the picture, right?
4.
Yeah, we got the picture in there. Let's go.
He
past
put it
this
here.
one.
Yeah, he put it here. He put Hifumi, or he put Hiro into the fucking thing. Nurse's office. Justice
And then, yeah, he just Hammer 3'd it.
Here's
Okay.
exactly what happened.
I'm glad they give us like
Before
24 minutes to do
the killer
that.
persuaded someone to help carry
That
out
would
the
have
murder.
stumped me for a little
And that
bit.
person was
I love like the little comic book section though.
Within
Oh, they're so
the killer was able
good.
to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes.
My like favorite part of like the Danganronpa games is when like you have to do the reenactment because they always like there's always such a nice like thing, and I love the like photos you get out of it.
Oh yeah, I love it when they haven't revealed the person yet, and it's just like the person, and it's
convinced
just like
someone to meet
the
them in
silhouette
the
or
rec
whatever,
room
the blank
last
slate.
night at 1 in the morning.
I really like the blank slates.
Yeah.
That someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit. Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker. And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room. And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder. The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room.
I don't think the one
The
that we
reason
did
Hammer
and
number
then,
4
like,
was
next one
used
is
was to
Riot.
create confusion about the order of the crimes.
It might not be.
So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For
Oh, that
these
was
attacks,
probably,
the killers
the
pretended to
Justice
be the
Hammer 2.
victims to solidify
Oh,
Robo-Justice
yeah.
as the suspect. The
Oh yeah,
first
because they
fake
never
incident
used
was the
Justice Hammer
attack
3,
in the
did
rec
they?
room. There,
Oh wait, no, they
killers
did
wanted
use
us to
Justice
see
Hammer
Justice
3.
Hammer 1 and the Robo-Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story. With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap, and started looking for the suspect based on that. But
No.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, no, that one would have been Justice Hammer too.
Yeah.
the killer is you! So, for these attacks, the first they wanted to make sure the second this time, with these two incidents, the killers were able to create that the suspect was increasing the size we fell right into their trap.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about Justice Hammer too.
Yeah.
While we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. He took a blood packet from the refrigerator, and Justice Hammer 3...
Oh, Random Top, thank you for the raid. What were you playing? Oh my goodness.
And turned the room into a crime scene, in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered.
I cannot. I need to shout you out. What were you doing? What were you playing? My god, hold on.
I love this little gif of Hifumi, like, spitting her out.
I know.
In darkest day and blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight.
I don't even know how to shout. Hold on. I can't, like, tab out of this game. Nick, can you shout them out, please?
Oh god, okay.
It's just slash shadow.
He let out a scream to draw us back. And when
Shout
we
out
returned,
slash their name. Got
that's
it.
what we found.
Yeah, I think you gotta at them, though.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi. We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation.
Yes.
I really liked the like two bodies at the same time. Like, that's so clever.
He simply got up and made his escape.
Oh yeah, it's such an ingenious thing to do, to like just mess everything up.
Yeah.
When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's
Alright,
office.
give me a minute.
And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a
What's the name of the person that
and used the dolly to move it all the way
random
down to the
all
repository.
one word.
That explains how each of the bodies disappeared.
At a random Damn it.
Oh. You did.
There we go.
Even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act. Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And
roses. Yes.
Oh my god, they're kissing!
They're kissing.
That was a fun transition.
And they're all so fun.
Sorry, you lose.
I can't wait for the third game. I can't wait to play the third game with you.
Oh man. Here's the thing. The
When
Game
was
Grumps
the
started
last
playing
time
it recently,
forced to
and
utter such
I've been wanting to
words?
watch it,
They hang heavy
but at the
around my
same time,
neck.
I know I just gotta
Then
wait
you admit
till
it?
we play it.
You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no. Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Taiko?
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Interesting.
We did it.
Modest rank! No! No!
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin. Or, no, I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote. Okay? Okay.
Yay!
If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote.
Oh my god.
And when the votes are tallied, who will become the
Well,
blackened?
we'll watch her execution, then we can call
Will
it.
you make the right
Yeah, I'm
choice
cool with
or
that.
the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
I didn't expect us to get through the whole trial to the.
I wasn't
to be honest.
either.
I thought
Every other trial has been so damn long.
I thought the investigation was gonna take us
Take
a lot
up-
longer because it was two separate areas.
Yeah, but it was really just go to one area, go to the other, then they drag you to another area.
Yeah.
It was pretty nice.
Hmm.
It's basically a formality at this point, but for once again, you're totally correct. This blackened this time. The true killer who devised the whole stinking scheme was... Celestia Ludenberg, or more precisely, Taiko Yasuhiro!
Honestly.
I lost. I mean, I guess I don't need to do that accent anymore. I lost. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake, after all. Hifumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations.
I knew it.
So you really did approach Hifumi with this plan. But how did you get him to agree? I can't imagine you would have happily agreed to commit murder.
I'm sure she relied on her speciality, lying. My specialty? Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then...
Then did you use, you know...
Knew you'd figure it out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right. To get Hifumi to act as my accomplice,
Indeed.
I used her. For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but it was the one thing Hifumi and Taka were both super into.
Does she mean... She talking about alter ego?
Say what?
What? What? What are you talking about?
Just a
Stop
second.
this.
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation here. I'm totally out of the loop as usual. How sad.
In other words...
Then you're the one that stole it?
Indeed.
That's right.
I see.
And you used it to drag Hifumi into the plan you'd come up with.
Right again. Last night, after we had our meeting about how it disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit.
What are you doing here?
Actually,
I was hoping to come talk to you, alone. It is about what was stolen. I know who did it.
What?
are you okay with this?
It was Taka. He stole it.
Alright.
So then...
And I have proof. Would you like to see it? As it turned out, I'd found a use for the digital camera. I'd taken you-know-what to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it in there. I deleted the picture as soon as I'd shown it to Hifumi, of course.
Damnation!
So it was him! But how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her!
You are correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
What?
As for me,
Please forgive me. He threatened me.
Oh,
He did?
as for me,
Came into my room last night unannounced, and then it's hard for me to even say. He abused me.
what?
What?
And he took pictures. He said if I did not do as he asked, he would show them to everyone. So I had no choice.
Damnation!
It's a crime! Absolute crime! I knew he'd gone a little crazy, but
Say what?
I never imagined he would go that far!
It was amazing how completely he bought it. Can't express how enjoyable it was.
I'm about to say something I've never said before in my life. Let's kill that stupid bitch! Oh shit! I'm gonna kill him! I'm gonna fucking kill him!
most
Wait,
unfortunate.
please. If you go now, you will be playing right into his hands.
Uh-huh.
Actually,
Taka is planning to use her to escape. He has made you his target.
What?
Escape? You don't mean...
Taka is going to try to kill you.
What?
indeed.
And all so he can keep her to himself.
This
That
is
bastard!
completely
Bastard, 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 bastard!
Honestly,
We allow him to continue with these barbaric acts.
Absolutely not! How could I? She...
I swear, I will
I have to save her!
actually,
Then, would you like to join with me? It just so happens I have come up with a plan.
Huh?
I have devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. And with that, it is complete.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Nothing. Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that item had on him was remarkable. The power of love, even as love as twisted as that, can still drive people mad, it would seem.
You disgust me.
I see.
I have another question for you. Was that strange costume Hifumi's creation?
indeed.
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt, too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea he'd make something like that, but it's my fault for picking him in the first place.
But
So, why'd you decide to make me the suspect?
Because you're stupid.
That's it?
Let's see.
And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed even my expectation. Life must have been tough on your parents, though.
Damn.
Damn.
I feel like I could cry.
Cry, boy.
Well,
But when you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead? What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you had actually let him live?
Are you okay with this?
That's simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead, once someone showed up, I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on. Did he really believe that? Well, of course. That wasn't all there was to it. As I explained it to Hifumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have an alibi, so nobody would doubt him. I told him that, and he believed me. It all seems very straightforward. stereotypical. I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, Fumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death.
So in the end...
So you had planned to kill him all along? But of course. There would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
What the heck?
How can a human life mean so little to you?
Well,
That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
Don't be mean!
Now you sound like Bianca.
I wonder about that.
He derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we're nothing alike.
Why?
Then, what made you take things this far?
What the heck?
Is it really? Just for money? Are you talking about
No.
the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money, it's true. But that's not all there is to it. From the moment our new life here began, my only thought has been escape.
But
all along you're saying how we have to accept living here.
You little bitch!
Obviously that was a lie!
Hey!
Take it! I hated it from day one! More than anyone else in here.
You little
I wanted
bitch.
to get out! Every day was fresh torture! And do you want to know why? Huh?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream. And accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
And there was no way that could ever that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
As for me,
it was all for that dream. What was this dream of yours?
Oh, what was this dream of yours?
I live in a European castle.
A castle?
Together, handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butler/bodyguards. I was going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need. Once I obtained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world of decadence.
this is fine.
Living the rest of my life there was my only dream, my only goal. That's what life is all about! Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. Got right to the edge, but...
There is nothing to be done.
Unfortunately, my dreams have been scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream till the very end. So why would I?
Just the worst.
You sound so passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends for it?
Oh.
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel nothing.
Do you understand?
That's all there is to be. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding.
What is this?
That's what we should be saying. And plus, how can you be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. It's not just other people. I can even fool my own emotions. The conscious deceives the unconscious. And that's
why you're not scared?
Yes, indeed.
That's right. I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice, then...
Isn't it wonderful?
I think I would like to come back as Marie Antoinette.
Hey.
You just get executed again.
Celeste smiled then. And when she did, it looked to me like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she could fool her own feelings. That statement itself must have been her final lie. And that weak, fake smile is what betrayed her.
Thrills! Chills!
Okay, you all done? Let's get this rolling! The Blackened deserve the peace and must pay the price!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
For her, the ultimate gambler.
Let's
She's gonna
get
be
at
put in the
everything
little
we've
whirly
got.
ball thing, right?
It's punishment time!
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this.
What?
This is...
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why... Actually, it's not important. Well then, take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again. In another life.
Alright, let's see how this bitch dies.
Finally.
I really like Celeste. I'm
Celeste,
really sad that she's gone.
Yeah, Celeste was cool.
Oh, she's gonna get burned at the stake! Yes!
Witch! Witch!
The burning of the Versailles Witch! Yes!
The burning. We burned the witch!
We burn the witch! We burn the witch! Yeah! Woo! What? Oh! Oh shit! Oh shit!
It all came tumbling down.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's so fucking funny.
Wee woo.
Sorry. That's so funny. Monokuma fucking pulled the rug out from under me. Oh my god.
Oh my god, he put out the fire.
Oh, thank goodness.
It's over.
How do I... There we go. We're done. We are done.
Finally!
We are done for this chapter.
We're done with this chapter.
We're done
This
for this
chapter was
chapter.
fucking awesome.
I know. That was the next chapter is annoying, but like it's also very good.
Okay. Is it just like a lot of talking themselves in circles? More than usual?
No, you'll see.
Okay.
But thank you,
That bitch Bianca better kill someone.
Yeah.
He better kill somebody. Like,
God.
I don't think Genocide Jill's gonna do it. I just think she doesn't. I feel like
After
she
they
wouldn't
showed
have.
like Genocide Jill, I don't think they would like. Oh yeah, here's the ultimate serial killer. He also, by the way, like this is a murder game.
Yeah, it's too easy.
Yeah, it's just too easy. But thank you all for joining us on this chapter of Straight Yaoi Sunday. That's the raid message. We're gonna raid into Wayland. And I hope you guys all have a good rest of your night. On Thursday, I'll be playing more in Stars and Time with Ta. I'm showing him that game, and it's a blast because I can't spoil it, but I know it's gonna be a great time. So.
Oh no. Alright. At least tell me, is it doomed, Yuri?
I will tell you after the stream.
Okay.
But we're gonna raid in now, so goodbye.
Bye! Have a wonderful day! Also, shoutouts to Brian! Fucking love you, man!